Ever had something turn your lights on and off and move furniture around in your house? Let me tell you about this spooky night. My kid's daddy was already in bed. I was going to go lay down, and on this night, my child came to me and wanted to sleep with us. I hadn't been laying there maybe half a minute when suddenly, flick, I heard the light switch flip off. Being sensitive and knowing my child is as well, I always keep us some form of light on, so we always had the hallway light. When this light goes off, that's one thing, but what really got me is hearing the flipping of the switch itself. I always try to go logical, so I'm like, oh my God, there's somebody in here. And all of a sudden, flick, light comes back on. I immediately start to panic. I go to reach for her dad and whisper, say, hey, somebody's in here. They're messing with the light. As soon as he wakes up, you hear something drag across the floor. But this wasn't a little scoot. This was a long, drawn-out drag. He grabs protection that's hidden away, and he proceeds to go through the house thinking, there's somebody in here. He gets halfway down the hallway, flick, light goes off, hear the light switch. I'm in a panic, honey. My heart is beating out of my chest. There is a light switch on my end of the hallway that controls this hallway light as well, but there's also one all the way to the front in the living room that controls it. That's the noise we were hearing, and that's where it was coming from. So I tell my child, I'm like, stay in this back corner of this bedroom. I'm going down the hallway. I'm going to go behind him and try to see if I can find out what this is. When he gets to the kitchen, he just stops and stands there and stares. And I said, what? What is it? He said, I know what the sound was. The kitchen chair's over there. The kitchen chair had been dragged from the kitchen table to my stove and hit the stove. This was over a 10-foot drag. So he proceeds to go through the entire house, every door, every closet, just assuming someone has to be in there. So I take off running back down that hallway to where my child is, go in the room with her. She's terrified in the corner. I hear him beat and bang and going through everything. Went through the garage, went through every space in the house, and there was one space left. He makes his way back towards us and he goes into her playroom, and I've told many stories. We've saw many things in there. It's the darkest room in the house and one of the darkest corners in the house at night. So I go right behind him. He goes in the door. This door is literally straight across from our bedroom. The last place to check is the closet. He reaches, give me the chill. He reaches for the closet handle, and before he gets his hand completely on it, the closet handle and door shoves into his hand. He jumps back, of course. I already felt it. I knew it wasn't someone at this point. He jumps back. He has his protection, and he is right at this door with it. There was nothing there. He knows when I talk about these things out loud and tell these stories, it tends to make things happen. He immediately looks at me a little angry and says, were you not spending all evening talking to your best friend, which is my sister-in-law, telling her a bunch of different stories of things you've went through? And I'm like, yeah. So instead of me being the one that normally takes control of the situation and says, no, this is not happening, he flips that light back on. He says out loud, we are going to bed. This light will be left alone and nothing else is going to happen. We all go to lay down. He shuts the door, locks the door, lay down to go to sleep. And obviously there wasn't much sleeping that night because I was sitting there just waiting for the next thing. But luckily it died down that night. That's just one of hundreds. If you've ever had experiences, comment them down below. If you want to hear more of mine, let me know in the comments. Love yins.